Hello friends, now passport, passport, passport. All right? This is the most recurring word in many questions from you guys. And it is because the results are just about to be out and many people's worry is about filling the DS260 form. And another surprising thing is that I also have questions by individuals that are already selectees in the current DV lottery and they are waiting for their interviews, yet they don't have this document, the passport. And they have questions around that. I mean, them not having the passport, yet their interview is just about. So, let's discuss about the passport for those that are waiting for the DV results and the passport throughout the whole process. And I will begin with those waiting for the results. And the concern around the passport, famously known as the travel document, is brought about by the fact that majority of you guys that are waiting for the results don't have their passports ready. That's what raises the anxiety. Well, I know the biggest question is, can you be able to fill the DS260 form even without the passport? That is the travel document. That is the biggest question around many other questions. And I know majority of us watching this video, you already know of the answer. That the answer is indeed yes. You can fill the DS260 form even without the passport. But wait, answering this question professionally or technically is that you need the travel document for you to successfully and fully fill the DS260 form and submit it. You need the travel document. There is that section where you're supposed to fill the travel documents. You as the principal applicant and also in the DS260s of the derivatives. That one is the baseline. That is the benchmark. That there is a section that you're supposed to fill in that information. And therefore, a solid or the best answer to the question, must you have the travel document in order to fill the DS260 form, would be yes, indeed, you need that document. And that's why I told you earlier before, immediately after filling the application, the DV lottery application, I began singing and telling you guys that if you are hopeful for the results to be positive, that is, you get selected, it is good that you start preparing or applying for the passport immediately. And the reason was because in some countries, there might be delays in getting the passport. So you would have ample time to apply and get it before the results are out. That's what I've been telling you. And I gave you a good reason that the passport in many countries, they don't expire within a short time. They go up to 10 years of expiry. So even if you apply and you're not successful during this DV lottery, then apply the next DV lottery and you get successful, then your passport will still be there with you. That's what I've been telling you guys. But let's come back on the point that it is not a must that you have it for you to fill the DS260 form. That is true. That is correct. What are you supposed to do? How do you go around the passport? And I know you might be knowing that you can use other travel documents if they are availed in your country. But if you don't have the alternatives, what you're supposed to do in that slot where you place your passport number, you can use any other document identifying you. Like, for example, your national identification number. You can use that. You can use maybe your baptismal number. You can use whichever number that identifies you. And then you submit your DS260 form. And this is important for those that have derivatives as well. If your derivatives are the ones without the passport, then you can use whichever documents that identify them in that regard, and then submit the documents, the DS260 form. And if it is your child and is not yet up to the age that he or she can obtain a national ID, then you can use your national ID as the principal applicant in their place, and then submit the DS260 form. Because the point is to submit the DS260 form early enough, because the DS260 forms are always processed in the order of their submission. So submitting early, that is the point. And that's why we tell you, even if you don't have the passport document, you just fill using whichever identification number and then apply for the passports, of which we don't know how long they will take, and then submit. Then afterwards, after you've gotten your travel documents, then you come back, request for the unlock from KCC, and then update the DS260 forms. That's what we normally tell you. Now, let me go to the second concern about the passport. And this is for those that are already scheduled for the interviews and they don't have the passports. And the concern was, can they attend the interview even without the passports? And the absolute answer is no. You can't attend the interview without the passport. And why? Because if you go through the interview successfully and you get your visa approved, the visa itself is stamped onto the pages of the passport. So if you don't have a passport, where will they stamp that visa? So it is a must that you go to the interview with your passport. If you don't have the passport, you don't have an option but to reschedule your interview to a later date when you will have your passport documents. That is the only way. Even if you attend the interview, it won't be successful without the passport. You will have to present the passports. Having your passports ready with you, as you can tell, has a great deal of advantages. Number one, you won't be required to unlock your DS260 forms for any update around the travel document section. It will save you on that. And then number two, having your passport gives you an upper end over those without when it comes to opportunities. When you get an opportunity, then you are easier to relocate than those without. Remember, there are many avenues to the United States, various visas to the United States. Even moving to other countries where you would like to, you need the passport. So you have an advantage. Another advantage is that it does not expire soon, and therefore you can just apply and be with it and be trying those opportunities. And once you get it, you are just ready because you have the passport. So thank you guys for watching this video. I know it has some points that you will find useful to you. Please don't forget to subscribe and tell your friends to subscribe. This is where you get the relevant information, as you know. Please share the video, like the video, and let's meet in the next one.